Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Dyknow Digest episode. Dyknow Digest is a weekly video newsletter where we answer questions from Dyknow users to help you use Dyknow better and in more creative ways in your classroom. Let's see what topic Maggie has for us today.
Hey Tiara, this week's question is from Grace Elizabeth. She submitted her question and she talked about how she loved messaging her students through Dyknow, but she's been having a lot of trouble with the automatic device locking feature. She hates locking her students out on individual messages occasionally, and she was looking for a way to overcome the automatic device locking feature.
That's a great question, and we've actually already submitted this as a feature request to our product team for a Dyknow feature, but there are some great workarounds so that teachers don't lock their student devices every time they send a message. I know a lot of teachers just want to communicate with their students and not necessarily reprimand them from being on different sites by locking devices. So it's a great question about how to just communicate with students through Dyknow using messages and not locking their devices. So I'm excited to answer this question. Let's jump into the episode.
All right, entry number 7 of the Dyknow Digest. This is a great question about Dyknow messaging, which I have talked about a couple times on the show, using messaging for different functionalities to get in touch with students for different purposes. Like I've said before, Dyknow messaging is one of our most popular features with teachers because teachers are always looking for ways to communicate with their students and get in touch with their students and check in. So with Dyknow messages, you can contact one, all, or maybe a few students if you're doing group work or segmented blocking to send them a custom message or use one of our pre-populated messages. And one of the best ways teachers use this is to push out URLs. So to answer the question that was submitted, there are 2 ways to use Dyknow messages. One is to block student screens when they're off task. So that would be sending a message that locks down the student screens. Their screen will appear black and it will tell them that the site that they were trying to access is currently blocked and they can't access it. So that's kind of the more restrictive way to use messaging for the purposes of blocking an off-task site. Alternatively, for the purposes of communication and just getting in touch with your students, you can send messages without locking the screen. So in order to do that, just go into your send a message feature, type out your custom message or use the pre-populated messages that we have provided there for you. And then on the little toggle where it says lock student device, yes or no, just click no, and that'll make sure that when you send that message to students, their device is not locked. So that message will pop up more in the style of a notification where they will see your name and the message you have sent them, and there will be a little button that says, okay, got it. When students click that, you'll know that they saw it, and they will be able to dismiss the message from their desktop so that you can continue class without them being distracted. So that is an overview of the workaround for not locking student devices with messages in Dyknow. And like I said before, we have submitted this as a feature request to our product team to make not locking the device the primary function. So we will let you know if that comes into fruition in our app. As always, don't forget to submit a question by commenting on this video or any other Dyknow Digest videos, and we'll see you next week.